Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today is Tuesday, which means it's Art Around the World, and it's the month of June, which means I'm doing Hong Kong, and I am slowly losing my voice, so please bear with me. Today I wanted to talk about something very unique. I haven't really done a lot of videos of art that contains carving, and I really wanted to do one. And this one is about a gentleman named Shung Shun King, and he works at Bu Ki Mahjong. So folks call him Uncle King, and he took over this shop from his father, Bu, which is what the shop's named after. And he's been running this shop has been going on for 3 generations. And it's Mahjong tiles, and I want to show you. So here's the tile, and he carves these with what looks like sort of specialty X-Acto blades. And then when he's done carving, he paints, and then he either carves off the excess or wipes the excess off with like paint thinner. This is him hand carving. He hand carves every single set. There are 144 tiles in a Mahjong game, typically. Here are some more of the different knives and tools he uses. This is the front of his shop. It is located on Jordan Road in Hong Kong. I will link the address. I do not believe you can buy these online. He does have a Facebook page. It is entirely in Chinese. It's very sort of low tech. You just show up there and you can buy sets. It takes him 5 to 7 days to carve and paint an entire set. Mahjong is it's a game kind of similar to Gin Rummy. You typically play it with 4 people. Here he is. Here's his shop. Isn't this amazing? And this game, it didn't come over to the US. Here he is. This is a sped up video of him carving and then painting. He says he always paints blue first because it takes longer to dry. This game didn't come over to the US until the 1920s, but it has been popular in Japan since the 18th and 19th centuries. And there are tons and tons of variations on how to play this game. Wikipedia actually has a really nice page set up for all the different rules and variations. I'm going to link that, though I think the best way to learn how to play this would be YouTube videos. So I will link some of those too, as well as interviews that are done of him. This is a beautiful set. So traditionally, these tiles were made out of bone and ivory, and then the backing was bamboo. And nowadays these are made out of PET, recycled PET. It's like nylon. It's plastics. So cellulose or celluloid and bakelite are kind of what they're made out of now, and that's how he carves. And I've seen videos of his shop and all the different things. It looks like he also makes like bingo tiles, and he also makes traditional playing cards out of plastic. And I would buy a Mahjong set, and I would buy a traditional card set made out of this, because we go through decks of cards so fast in our house that are paper, and we've tried the plastic ones. Here are some lovely folks. You have to buy in person. He takes custom orders. 30, 40 years ago, Mahjong machines were created to machine make the tiles. And that's sort of when having things professionally hand carved sort of fell out of favor, just because it takes longer. And it's just not quite as popular. Here's one of the tools he uses for making the perfect circles on the tiles. If you can see this. And I just think it's absolutely incredible. Hand carved anything and then hand painted. In interviews, he admits he has no idea how to play Mahjong. He doesn't have time. He doesn't have time to learn. So he works 364 days a year. He takes 1 day off a year, and that is for Lunar New Year. And here he is carving. That's absolutely phenomenal. He does do workshops on occasion for folks that are interested, but he says there isn't enough interest to train up a apprentice. So though he's in his mid to late 60s, I believe, I don't know what's going to happen to this lovely little shop when he retires, because it is so incredibly niche and it's very, very specific. Some of my favorite facts about Mahjong are, like, doctors have done studies and they believe that this game is beneficial to folks suffering from dementia and cognitive difficulties. So this game actually helps with memory retention. And they think that Mahjong also, they use it for AI techniques, for artificial intelligence. And it sort of helps neural, networks and reinforces learning with artificial intelligence. So Mahjong helps people and machines. It's been featured in a couple movies. There's a sci-fi movie called Arrival, had a scene with Mahjong tiles. The movie Crazy Rich Asians has a scene with Mahjong. It's not as popular as it used to be in this format. So with video games, with phone apps, phone games, computer games, people aren't buying the tiles as much. And I think there's a place in New York where a woman has created sort of a Mahjong game and folks can come and show up. And I just think that's like the coolest thing. I think this is a really, really neat game. The only caveat would be you need 4 people to play. But there's so many different variations and ways to play this game. You totally invent a way for 2 people. I'm convinced you could do it. I don't know. Here's the thing of his shop. So somebody created like a little video of what his shop looks like on Jordan Street. And I just think that's really, really cute. There is an Australian artist, and I have to show you what he made if I can find it. Here it is. So his name is, I think it's Joshua. Let's get his name for this. Let me find it. Let's see. Joshua Smith. And he created a miniature of the shop just because he thought it was so cool. And I think that's neat. I think that's neat to be honored by all these people that just think that, he's just over there carving, living his best life. And look at all the different dice and stuff. His work is absolutely stunning in miniature. All the hand carving, all the painting. That's just... He said when he was first learning, he cut himself a bunch. Like, oh, his hands. But he took over from his father, and I just think this is absolutely amazing. The attention to detail. What a lovely, lovely man. So I will link all the information I have and all the different things that I can find on this. You can't buy this online, unfortunately. Here is like his shelf of all the different stuff. Mahjong tiles can be purchased on places like Amazon. They range about $50 US starting. I have no idea what the price tag is of his hand carved stuff. If you're a collector of vintage games, Etsy has some Mahjong sets that are older. I saw some in the 20s, some 50s, 60s. They will be made from bone or ivory. So if that's something that you don't want to support, ask before you purchase. Make sure you know what you're buying. But those range in the hundreds and hundreds of dollars for vintage sets if that's something you're interested in. Anyway, I just wanted to share this really cool carving thing with you. I will link videos. You have to see it. It's just the neatest little thing of this gentleman carving and just sitting there at his shop all day carving and painting. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.